Oh, beamy normal dude. Normal-ish life? Nothing dramatic? Had this best friend, knew her since we were basically kids, met back in high school era, been in each other's orbit forever. Call her my friend because names don't matter. Spent years being the classic clown, quietly in love with her the whole time. She was sharp, hilarious, always fired up about whatever cause she was on that week, and in my head, she was untouchable. We hung out nonstop. Movies, late-night drives, dumb inside jokes, the whole inseparable package. Problem was, to her I was never that guy. I was the dependable accessory, the loyal background NPC that always spawned when she needed something, and I let it happen. Told myself, maybe someday she'll look over and realize. Yeah, no. That was premium-grade delusion. Started noticing the real shape of it like a year or so ago. At first it was small stuff, then it got consistent. Then it became a routine like paying rent. Remember one night real clear, stupid late, like around 12:45 a.m. On a random weekday, I'm in bed, half asleep, alarm set for early morning. Phone buzzes, it's her. I pick up thinking someone died or the house caught fire. She's full on sobbing, can barely breathe, totally losing it. My brain goes straight to family emergency. Nope, some dude she'd been seeing for about a month vanished on her, stopped answering texts, left her on red, and apparently that's the apocalypse. So, for the next 2 hours I'm pinned to my pillow like a hostage negotiator, listening to every detail, their last date replayed frame by frame, each text dissected like it's the Dead Sea Scrolls. She's reading punctuation like it's a threat. Then she goes off on a whole psych podcast rant, calls him a narcissist, says he's terrified of intimacy, claims he's got a fragile ego and avoidant attachment or whatever new label is trending, then pivots into the big speech, how men are raised emotionally broken, how it's all toxic masculinity, how society trains guys to be distant and cruel, and my role is to sit there and nod into the darkness. Yeah, you're right. He sucks. You deserve better. Just dispensing comfort lines like I'm a customer service bot. By the time we hang up, it's after 3 a.m. All my ear feels cooked from the phone. I'm drained staring at the ceiling, knowing I'm gonna hate myself at work. But I tell myself, that's what best friends do. And that was only the opening act, because after that, it became normal. Like a weekly subscription service I never signed up for. Next week, I'm on my lunch break, finally about to eat something that isn't sadness and caffeine. Phone rings again. She's frantic. Car's in the shop. Needs a ride back to her apartment. The shop is on the far end of town, nowhere near my office. Bus would take too long. Bus is gross. Bus is sketchy. So there goes my 1 hour of peace. I spend the whole break crawling through traffic to rescue her. Pick her up. She slides into my passenger seat like I'm her personal driver. And the entire ride is just complaints. Mechanic this, mechanic that. Apparently the guy at the garage mansplained her car. Because he explained what was wrong with it. She's mad, he told her what a belt does. Said he talked to her like she was stupid because she's a woman. I keep my eyes on the road and do the polite nods. Drop her off at her place. No real thank you. More like, thanks, I'll call you later, as she shuts the door. I'm back at my desk, late, stomach gnawing, because I didn't eat. And I'm just sitting there thinking, cool, love this for me. And it was always little stuff like that. Constant drip feed of favors. She'd text me from a dressing room. Mirror pics asking, which one looks better for my date? I'd actually try, give real opinions. She'd pick the opposite every time. Then tell me my taste is trash and I don't get fashion. Then why ask me, genius? One weekend she buys this huge complicated bookshelf from that Swedish furniture place. You already know who gets summoned. I'm on her living room floor for like 4 hours. Tiny hex key in my hand, diagram that looks like it was drawn by an alien, back screaming, sweat on my neck. Meanwhile, she's on the couch scrolling her phone, occasionally glances up like a supervisor, hits me with, "Are you sure that piece goes there?" Or complains the instructions are male-brained and illogical, super helpful. Finally, I get the thing standing. I'm dirty, tired, covered in that weird furniture dust. She goes, "We should celebrate, I'll order pizza." For a second, I'm like, wow, nice gesture. Pizza shows up, delivery guy's at the door. She makes this innocent little face. Oh my God, I left my wallet in my other bag. Can you cover it? I'll pay you back. I know immediately that money is gone forever. I pay for it anyway. We eat. I go home feeling like someone's unpaid handyman with feelings attached. Cycle kept looping like a broken GIF. Every time some new dating app dude flaked, I was on cleanup duty. My phone turned into her private journal for romantic disasters. She'd call, text, voice memo, whatever. Always the same energy. You will not believe this. Every guy was somehow worse than the last, and every guy became a fresh case study for her grand theory of what's wrong with men now. I'm sitting there like a therapist without the degree, nodding along while she diagnoses strangers with disorders she learned about on TikTok. And meanwhile, I'm also her rideshare, her IT guy, her can you fix this printer guy, her my Wi-Fi is being sexist again guy, her furniture building labor unit. I was whatever tool she needed in that exact moment, but it never once pointed back at me. If I tried bringing up my own stuff, it was like watching someone's battery die in real time. I'd start talking about a problem at work, boss being on my ass, hours getting cut, stress, bills, whatever. And her eyes would just go empty. She'd wait until I finished like she was skipping a YouTube ad, then instantly hard pivot back to her soap opera. Yeah, wow, that sucks. Anyway, you'll never guess what Kyle just texted me. Months of that, and I'm slowly getting hollowed out. The crush I had on her wasn't even romantic anymore. It was getting buried under this thick sludge of resentment, like my feelings were suffocating under unpaid favors. Eventually, I hit that point where you can't keep floating in the same weird limbo. Needed an answer, one way or the other. Either I confess and it changes, or I confess and it ends. Both sounded better than being her emotional spare tire forever. So yeah, I cooked up a stupid plan, pure desperation with a bow on it. I asked her to go to dinner, not come over and eat pizza on the carpet. A real sit-down place. Cloth napkins, actual plates, the whole thing. In my head, I'm thinking maybe if the setting looks like a date, she'll finally see me like one. She gets excited immediately. Probably because free nice meal alarm went off in her brain. We meet up, sit down, order drinks, order food. Do the usual small talk to warm up. I'm barely hearing myself speak. Hands sweating like I'm defusing a bomb, heart trying to punch its way out of my ribs. Main course hits the table, and I just rip the Band-Aid off, tell her I've had feelings for her for years, tell her I care about our friendship more than anything, but I can't keep pretending I don't want more, tell her I think she's incredible, tell her I want to be the guy who actually treats her right for once. It all comes out super earnest and probably painfully awkward, like a guy doing open mic comedy with a broken microphone. Then I stop, look at her, waiting for something, anything. Smile, surprise, confusion, even anger. Instead, her warm little friend face just shuts off, like someone flipped a switch, and what replaces it is pure disappointment. The kind you see when you tell your mom you crashed the car. She sets her fork down, real slow. Does this long theatrical sigh like she's on stage. Then she goes, flat voice, no warmth. Oh, pause. You too? That phrase hits me like a fist. You too? Like I'm just another annoying male problem in her inbox. Not a person, not her best friend, just another dude that failed the vibe check. And then the lecture starts. She tells me she's disappointed in me, says she thought I was different, says she thought I was one of the good ones. Explains that by bringing romance into it, I'm changing the whole dynamic. That I'm trying to turn a pure platonic friendship into something transactional, possessive, like I'm cashing in favors for affection. She says our friendship was her safe space, a place where she didn't have to deal with male expectations. And now I ruined it, violated it, made it unsafe. She tells me men always ruin good things by making it about attraction, like having feelings is some kind of crime scene. Then she looks at me with this pity face, like I'm a sad stray dog she didn't mean to feed, and she drops the final line, I love you as a friend. You're my best friend. Please don't make this weird. And I just sit there getting crushed in slow motion. Not even just rejected with a moral judgment attached. Like, I'm not heartbroken, I'm guilty. Rest of dinner is torture. We barely speak. Silverware clinks. People laugh around us. And I'm just numb. Check comes. She stares out the window like the bill is invisible ink. So I pay. Of course I pay. Ride back to her place is the quietest 10 minutes of my life. No music, no jokes, just road noise and my brain screaming. I drop her off. She mumbles an awkward goodnight and speed walks inside. I drive home in a fog, get to my apartment, sit on my couch in the dark for like an hour, just replaying everything. Safe space, violated, you too. It loops and loops until something in me finally breaks. Not rage, not tears, clarity, sharp, cold, undeniable. She wasn't my friend. A friend doesn't use you like a tool belt. A friend doesn't treat your feelings like an inconvenience. A friend doesn't see your vulnerability as a problem to manage. This whole thing wasn't a friendship at all. It was an arrangement. She needed resources. I was the resources. Hit me like a final confirmation. She didn't care about me. She cared about what I could do for her. My personality was optional. My usefulness was the feature. So I stand up off the couch, walk over to my phone like I'm on autopilot, open her contact, stare at her name for a second, thumb hovering, then I tap block, and I'm expecting to feel guilty, expecting panic. But it feels good, like unclenching a muscle you forgot was tight. Then I go full scorched earth, boot up my laptop, unfriend, unfollow, remove, mute, block. Every platform I can remember. Instagram, Facebook, whatever garbage app she used to overshare on. I wipe her out of my digital life completely. No breadcrumbs, no maybe later, gone. I know the explosion is coming, but for the first time in forever, I just don't care. That night, I sleep harder than I have in years. No 1 a.m. Crisis calls, no buzzing phone, just silence. Next few days, stay quiet, like suspiciously quiet. The kind of quiet that makes you realize how loud your life used to be. I'm walking around with actual mental space. Then the messages start. First one from a random number I don't recognize. Is your phone broken? Why aren't you answering? Yeah, it's her. I delete it. Then a mutual friend hits me up. Hey, your friend is trying to reach you. She says it's urgent. I ignore it too. And you can hear her mood shifting through the screen. Messages go from confused to irritated. Okay, this isn't funny. Just talk to me. Then straight into scolding. Ignoring me is so immature. I thought you were better than this. Then finally, full anger. After everything I've shared with you, this is how you treat me? Unbelievable. Every line just locks the decision in tighter, because it's still about her needs, her feelings, her access to me. Not once does she ask if I'm okay. Not once does she mention the fact I basically bled out on that dinner table. Nothing like, are you all right? Nothing like, I'm sorry. Just rage that the vending machine stopped working. So I stay firm. No replies, no explanations, silence, and all that time and energy I used to spend propping her up. It's just sitting there now. So I do the cliche thing. I focus on myself. Except this time, it actually happens. I take the cash I used to burn on coffees, dinners, little don't worry I got it moments, and I buy a gym membership. Start going like 3, 4 times a week. First couple weeks are brutal. I'm weak. Form is trash. I'm Googling exercises between sets like an idiot, but I keep showing up, and slowly it starts to work. Weights go up. Body feels less like a stressed out sack of laundry. And it feels good, building myself up instead of holding someone else together with duct tape. Then I revive an old hobby I'd basically abandoned. Hiking, used to love it. Then I mysteriously stopped having weekends, because my weekends were always reserved for her latest emergency. So I look around online, find a local hiking group, sign up for a weekend trek. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. Walking into a pack of strangers sounds like misery. But I force myself anyway. Turns out it's one of the best calls I've made in a long time. Fresh air, ridiculous views, and the people are actually normal. No performative drama. No weird emotional hostage situations. Just folks trying to touch grass, literally. And that's where I meet her. New girl in the group. I'll call her Hannah. We end up talking while we're climbing this nasty steep stretch of trail. She's funny, grounded, and has this warm smile that doesn't feel like it's hiding a trap. No big speeches, no testing me. We just talk like two humans. Movies, hiking, dumb random stuff. The kind of conversation that doesn't drain your soul. After the hike, a few of us go grab coffee at this little cafe nearby. I sit with Hannah, and it's easy, effortless, no awkward power games. No, prove you deserve my attention. Just talking. Then the waitress drops the check, and my brain goes into old programming. Hand reaches for my wallet automatically before I can even get it out. Hannah's already put her card down. She looks at me and smiles like it's no big deal. I got this. I actually freeze for a second. It's such a tiny thing, but it hits huge because it's equal. It's partnership energy, not you pay because you're the help. I insist on at least paying my share, so we split it. We trade numbers when we head out. I'm not expecting anything. Figured it was just a good day. Later that evening, she texts me first. Says she had a really good time. We start texting back and forth. Light, normal, fun. A few days later, I ask her out on a real date. She says yes immediately. No games, no delay, no maybe. First date is legit amazing. We just click. I learn pretty quick. She's kind, thoughtful, and somehow also totally self-sufficient. Like she has her own life and isn't looking for a human crutch. Couple weeks into seeing her, my laptop starts acting weird. Screen flickering, fans screaming, the usual. I'm decent with computers, so I spend an evening taking it apart and fixing it. Mention it to her casually on a call. Not even complaining, just saying it happened. Next day after work, there's a knock on my door. It's Hannah, standing there holding this container that smells insane. She made me this huge pan of homemade lasagna. She goes, I figured if you were busy fixing your laptop last night, you probably didn't cook. This should last you a few days. I just stand there like an idiot, because I almost don't know how to receive it. No one had ever done something that thoughtful for me, without a string attached. It wasn't a trade. It wasn't, I did this so now you owe me. It was just care. And from there, it just kept growing. It was healthy, actually balanced. She respected my time and what I thought. I respected hers. We hyped each other up instead of draining each other. Felt like we were on the same side for once. Like an actual team. First time in my adult life, I felt appreciated for me. Not for what I could carry, fix, build, or pay for. And yeah, I was actually happy. Real happy, not coping happy. After a while, I barely even thought about my old situation. Barely thought about my old friend. Months went by, and I didn't hear a single thing. No rumors, no random texts from new numbers, nothing. Silence was pure gold in my head. That chapter was finished, closed, locked, thrown in a river. Turns out I was wrong. Fast forward like half a year. Hannah and I are still going strong. Actually better than strong. We decide to take our first real trip together. Not a weekend thing. A full week off, someplace with mountains, and also a beach. Because why not try to do everything at once? And it's perfect. Days are hiking. Evenings are just chilling. Eating, laughing, doing nothing. We take a bunch of pictures like every annoying couple does. Little trail shots, sunset shots, us smiling like we're in a toothpaste ad. We get back home feeling refreshed and stupidly happy. Hannah makes a little photo album post online. Nothing dramatic, just a few pics with nice scenery. I post one too, one of my favorites, just us together. I don't think twice about it. My profile is pretty locked down. Mostly family, a couple close friends, that's it. Apparently one of those close friends is still connected to my old friend. Only explanation I can come up with for how she saw it. About a week after we're back, I'm leaving the gym. Just finished a workout. Feeling good, head clear, walking out to my car, and I hear my name get shouted across the parking lot. Ryan! Voice is familiar, but it takes my brain a second to place it. It sounds rough, like raw anger pushed through a throat. I turn around, and there she is. My old friend, standing maybe 20-something feet away. She doesn't look physically different. Same face, same body, but the energy is completely off. She's vibrating with rage, like she's been rehearsing this. My stomach drops. Haven't seen her, heard her, spoken to her in 6 months. And now she's here like a jump scare. She starts marching at me, face red, eyes tight, jaw clenched, and before I can even get a single word out, she starts yelling right there in the open, middle of the parking lot like she owns the place. So this is why. She jabs a finger right into my chest area, almost poking me. This is why you've been ignoring me. You threw away years of friendship for her. I'm so caught off guard, my mouth doesn't work. I just stand there blinking like an idiot. She keeps going, voice dripping with poison. I saw the pictures. You on vacation with that Barbie doll. Finally, my brain reconnects to my tongue. What are you doing here? How did you even find me? She snaps back instantly. Doesn't matter. What matters is, you're a backstabbing coward. You abandoned me. And that word hits like a spark on gasoline. Abandoned like I left a toddler on the side of the road. I feel my voice go weirdly calm. Abandon you? Are you serious right now? And the absurdity starts settling in her head. She's the victim. She launches into this whole list of grievances from the last 6 months, like she's reading off a legal complaint. Do you have any idea what I've been through? My car broke down on the highway a few months ago. I had to pay for a tow truck myself, because my best friend decided to ghost me. I just stare at her. She doesn't even slow down. My mom got sick. She needed surgery. I went through that alone with no one to talk to. I needed you, and you were gone. And every single thing she's saying, every emergency, is the exact kind of thing that used to make me drop everything and run. That's the part that's almost funny. She's listing my old job description back to me. Then she finishes with the most insane line yet. Voice gets all shaky like she's performing. I trusted you. I told you everything. And you just threw me away like garbage the second someone hotter came along. For a split second, the old programming flickers, that reflex to apologize, to smooth it over, to fix it. Then I actually look at her, face twisted up in self-pity and entitlement, and that reflex dies instantly. Cold clarity washes over me, stronger than the first time. I take a slow breath, and I keep my voice steady. You're right about one thing, I say. I did find someone better. Her eyes go wide like she wasn't expecting me to swing back, but I'm not done. And it's not for the reason you think. It's not about looks. Our friendship, I literally do air quotes, was a one-way street. It was you, all the time. When did you ever call me just to see how I was doing? When did you ever ask about my life and actually listen? She opens her mouth like she's about to argue, but I keep going anyway. For years, I say, I was basically your whole staff. Your assistant, your chauffeur, your therapist, your handyman. And I did it because I actually cared about you, not because I was keeping score. But what did I get back? You made me feel disgusting for catching feelings. You acted like I committed a crime by being honest. You gave me that whole speech about violating your precious safe space, like I kicked your door in, not like I told you the truth at dinner. I step a little closer, not threatening, just done being pushed around. You want to talk about your car breaking down? How many times did I drive across town for you? How many times did I pick you up, drop you off, waited around? How many times did I help you and never asked for $1? She starts to look away, jaw tight, so I keep going. And your mom being sick, that's horrible. I'm not laughing at that. I am genuinely sorry you went through it. Then I hit her with the part that still burns. But when my dad ended up in the hospital a few years back, I told you. One time. And you said, that sucks. Then you immediately switched to some dude on an app who sent you a weird message. She flinches, like the memory physically smacked her. Yeah, she remembers. My voice stops being angry and just turns tired, like I'm explaining something obvious to someone who refuses to see it. The difference between you and Hannah is she's a partner. I support her and she supports me. It goes both ways. That's called respect. You don't even know what respect looks like. Because you're so trapped in your own world, you don't register other people as real. Then I drop the final line, calm as ice. You didn't lose a friend. You lost an employee who finally quit. And she just stops like the air went out of her. Face goes pale. All that righteous fury drains out and leaves this blank, stunned look, no comeback, no speech, nothing. Because she knows I'm right. I don't wait for her to recover. I turn around, get in my car, and leave, in the rear view. She's just standing there, getting smaller and smaller, not powerful, not scary, just pathetic driving home. I'm not even mad anymore. I feel light, like a weight I forgot I was still carrying, finally slid off my shoulders. When I get back to my place, Hannah's there. She takes one look at my face and knows something happened. Asks what's wrong, so I tell her all of it. The years of one-sided friendship, the dinner, the blocking, the ambush in the parking lot. She just listens, doesn't interrupt, doesn't make it about herself. When I'm done, she doesn't hit me with, I told you so, doesn't call my old friend crazy. She just walks over, hugs me for a long time, and says, quiet and simple, "I'm sorry you had to deal with that. But I'm really glad you stood up for yourself." And right there, I know I chose right. That's the end of it, at least for me. I hear about my old friend one last time, a couple months later. Run into that same mutual acquaintance at a coffee shop. He looks awkward, like he's carrying gossip. He doesn't want to say out loud. But he tells me what happened after the parking lot thing. Apparently, she tried to rally the old friend group to her side, spun this sad story about how I betrayed her and broke her heart. And at first, some people bought it. They felt bad. They reached out. Then her behavior started getting worse. Because with me gone, she didn't have her main support pillar anymore. So she started leaning on everybody at once. Hard. She treated them the same way she treated me. Endless favors, constant demands, hours of circular talking about her dating life, zero interest in anyone else's problems. And people got tired fast. One by one, they started backing away, stopped answering calls, started being busy, invented excuses to dodge plans. The last he saw of her was online, and even that was ugly. Her posts turned into nonstop bitter rants, long angry essays about how dating is broken, how men are trash, how loyal friends don't exist anymore. Her whole page became a shrine to her own victimhood. And around her was this tiny echo chamber of equally miserable people, all feeding each other the same lines. You did nothing wrong. The world is unfair. Everyone else is the problem. She never once considered she was the common denominator. And the funny part is she got exactly what she accused me of wanting, a transactional world. Only problem is, she was bringing nothing to the table. And she was furious nobody wanted to be her friend for free anymore. I get this quick flicker of pity. Then it fades, because she built that cage herself and locked the door from the inside. As for me, life's good. Hannah and I are still together. We moved in together a while back. It's not some dramatic movie relationship. It's just easy, comfortable, supportive, mutual respect every day. It's wild how much your life improves when you cut out the one person draining you. Sometimes I think about who I used to be, the guy who would have dropped everything for a 2 a.m. phone call, and I barely recognize him now.